What's up? It's your boy Ross. I am back. Just got to my house. Long day today. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. Um, we are live. Crypto coin news. Okay. So what's up with the Crypto Lifestyle Club? We haven't been around. All right. So if you guys are wondering who the guy in the back is, that's Pancho Villa from Mexico, and that's the chair, the Mexican chair, the crown from back in the days when they got rid of these terrorists that came in to Mexico, right? From Spain and England, from France, and took over, right? And we're seeing that right now. Install the regime, right? Take all the natural resources and call it a day. So, yeah, that's the situation. And I wanted to bring you a report to let you know that I'm still alive, right? I haven't died from a heart attack. And, I was talking to my friend from California, Crypto Fred. So if he's listening in, what's up, boy? Out here in Chirac. 8 people got shot yesterday, and I wasn't one of them. Thank God, right? So here's the thing, guys. Goldman Sachs is going to pump in lots of money. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This could all go to zero, right? What's up, boy? So this could all go to zero. But here's the thing. The 3 coins that I got in, Strong Hands, Electra, and Patcoin, are all in the green right now. And the market cap's 300 billion. Now, will we hit 1 trillion? When will it happen? People are talking about Bitcoin. I was going to say Patcoin. People are talking about Bitcoin is going to hit 5,700 and then it's going to bounce back. I'm holding strong. I'm holding long. That's the name of the game. Time is the name of the game. So, to me, when you talk about having a big ass yacht or a mansion or a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, well, people in November 2016, a year later when they had the Bitcoin, they didn't even think that Bitcoin was going to go from 1,000 to 20 grand, right? Now, you talk about taking profits. Hey, look, that's cool. We're back into the US dollar, right? But guess what? The US dollar is done, dude. The US dollar is gone. So why would you go back into the US dollar when we both know that the US is manipulating the economy? They're manipulating oil prices, right? And they're manipulating the interest rates. The Federal Reserve is increasing rates. Now, is this crash on them? Are they doing that right now? So, they could be manipulating the market and driving us into another recession and into another Great Depression. This bubble that's about to pop is called the everything bubble. You got a student loan debt bubble, okay? People that were in college like me that owe thousands of dollars. You got a housing bubble. You have, credit card bubble, and that's a recipe for disaster. So for me, I wouldn't even think about going back into the dollar. As a matter of fact, I'm gathering all the pennies I have right now, and I'm buying these strong hands. Like this guy, he's like, where can I buy strong hands? Coin exchange. So I'm gathering up all the pennies that I have because I know that those pennies are going to go to zero, and I'm going to buy cryptocurrency with them. Masternodes, whatever you could afford. The thing is that we have to prepare ourselves. So, this is what I talk about, multiple sources of income, because I have multiple sources of income. You want to have rental income, businesses, products that you own, things that you invent. Become creative and create your own economy. And see, that's what I was listening to, guys. I listen to a lot of videos on YouTube, and I talk about how to create your own economy and how to, right now we're in a situation where people are not prepared because of technology. So people that are older, they don't understand how technology works, let alone investments or whatever, So there's people in this crash that could end up losing all their money in 401k. They could lose all their money in stocks, right? Depending on what stocks you're invested in. But it's all smoke and mirrors. By the time the economy crashes, it's too late, guys. Trust me, I'm 35, I'm gonna be 36, okay? In the crash of 2008, 2009, when things hit, I wasn't ready. I didn't even know how it works. Now that I know that when I drive my car and I see gas prices keep going up and I see interest rates, I hear about videos about the interest rate, the Federal Reserve increasing rates, I know that they're manipulating the economy and they're causing this crash. They're going to cause a bubble, a mega bubble in different sectors to pop, and all hell's going to break loose. You're going to see the unemployment office, like a welfare office, a line long, and people are going to be looking for a job. They're not going to find any. Could that happen? It could happen tomorrow. We could wake up tomorrow to a disaster. People could lose half their money on stock market. And what's going to happen with cryptocurrency when Goldman Sachs and you got these big banks, whales, right, pumping in trillions, billions of dollars into cryptocurrency? It's going to go from $1 trillion, 5 trillion, 20 trillion. Who knows? This whole thing is like a freaking black hole in the wall. It's a vacuum. It's going to suck up all the currency, not just in the US, the whole world. This is the worldwide situation. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer network. You don't need a middleman. You don't need a bank to tell you, well, we're closed or the Visa card didn't go through. You already seen what happened over there in Europe. You had Visa doing a malfunction. People couldn't even buy stuff at the store. People are pissed off at Visa. So let's talk about these coins. What coins? Well, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm in Electra, Patcoin, and Strong Hands. I was in Cardano. I pulled out. And I thank God, because Cardano went back to like 17 cents right now. And the whole point of having this channel is so we could all interact, because we're all learning from each other. I'm not going to tell you, oh, well, I'm the expert, because why? I did my research. This whole thing is do your research and add to the table. And like I said, you just got to do your research. You have to find out which are the ones. Big community projects, websites, a good communication with the group, and where are they heading towards? And just, you might have a hunch. You look at, Thomas Edison, how he created the light bulb. He had a hunch. So you might have a hunch. It might just come to you and you can figure it out. And to me, I think the ones that are in the negative Satoshis are the ones that have huge potential, because as more money comes in, you're going to see a penny. And if you have, 2 billion, 4, 5 billion, 10 billion coins, what do you think is going to happen? You can't even relate that to the dollar at that point, because the dollar is going to be gone. It's going to be gone. And it might not be gone this year, but eventually it will be gone. And Bitcoin is going to be the standard. You're going to have the blockchain running the whole system. And, banks have a lot to worry about right now. And they want in. They want to make money, because obviously the housing market's not making money. Debt is not making money, even though they might get it from somewhere else. But the Federal Reserve just keeps printing money. And will they bail out the too big to fail banks? I don't think so, because their little Ponzi schemes running out, and they know it. And that's why I talk about these people that are right thinkers. Not too many people are right thinkers. A lot of people use their left part of the brain. A lot of people use the see, taste, smell, touch, hear. Right thinkers, right brain, people that could adapt, creative beings, and they use the higher senses, the intellect, the memory, the will, the imagination to create their own economy. And that's what you're seeing out here, because people need to adapt. And before you know it, you're going to have to change. Otherwise, your bank account's going to change. You're going to end up in the street. Why do you think people end up in the street? Why? Because you got bankers doing graphs, charts, mathematicians. They hire experts, experienced people that have experience with money, and they play around with the system, and they literally leave people in the street. And the middle class is gone. How do you explain that? Well, it's not that difficult. You got inflation, you have the dollar, you have gross domestic products, unemployment, and then you got the gas, and then you got these other things like uh, things that you can look at to figure out if they're going up: gold, silver, right? Tangible assets, gold, silver. And now look, I got a degree in finance investment management, but guess what? I learned more watching YouTube videos, learning from you guys, than I did in college, okay? Because in college, they didn't show me the ropes like I'm learning here. I'm learning videos from the past of situations that happened in the past, watching videos on EOS and how their blockchain is going to change things, and how they're competing with Ethereum, and how you know, people are able to vote and figure out a way as a team, so that way people don't buy in, these big whales don't buy in, and they manipulate the votes, and there it could be equal, and we don't have a corrupt system. And that's what we don't want to happen, is where whales come in and then they're the ones that are telling people what projects are going to be okay and what projects can't be okay. So, you know, that's why the price has been stable like that. And I might do a move to EOS. Dan Larimer, I think that's his name. He's a real smart guy. I've seen him on YouTube. And the way that he explained it, so there was no corruption, and it looks like a promising thing. I seen another video, and like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but I seen another video where a guy says that EOS can go up to, within 6 years, could go up to like 24,000 an EOS. From 2020, it could hit about, I think about 10,000, anywhere from 10 to 18,000 an EOS. And it's a very interesting video to see EOS where it's at right now. I think it's at 12 bucks. And, you know, imagine dumping in like 10 grand to something like that. If you think about what happened with Amazon at that point, like in the 90s, if you would have put 10, 20 grand on Amazon at that time, 15 years later, you know, you're in the millions, you're in the double digits, you know. And if you do something like that, you don't ever have to work a day in your life. Now, the question is, where would you put the money in? And a lot of people are like, well, experts, right? Financial advice, these like people that are like looking into graphs, right? I wouldn't even say financial advisors. I would just say economic people that work at universities. They're like, hey, look, within 10 years, people are not even going to know what cash is. People are not even going to know what cash is. So I got to go because I got things to take care of here at my house. People are already coming here. So peace out. Invest wisely.